Always grateful for the time of Mike Breen. He is a pillar of professionalism. The voice of the NBA has been doing it very well at the top of the game for a long time, but clearly was biased and corrupt at the end of that Game 3, Indiana, New York.
Are you trying to say that he's overcompensating because he doesn't want to show his Knicks colors?
Yes, well, let's play the audio for him and the rest of you, and I want all of you just to hear where the bang came from. I want you guys to all hear with me how surprised he was. And I'm convinced it's not just the drama of the moment. It's also Nembhard, really? Really? From there, Nembhard, really? That's how we're doing this. I believe his heart was totally broken in that spot, and he was trying to conceal it. And the way that he concealed it, because this is a lovable Knicks team, and how can he not be emotional? But he tries not to be biased. He tries to be objective, and it's a human illusion. We can't be objective.
His Nembhard was broken.
Yes, that's go sit outside.
Oh, come on,
go
man!
Go sit
not
outside.
before the interview.
Go sit.
Come on.
You got Mike Breen here.
Top 5 trademark calls
you
for
can
him.
come back in 2 minutes with your trademark calls.
Oh, come on.
Go ahead and play for, and welcome Mike Breen. Go ahead and play for Mike Breen this call, and we'll see how and whether he denies the accusation because he's a liar.
Halliburton double team, shot clock at 4. Nembhard's got to put it up. Step back, his three-pointer. Bang! Nembhard knocks the three down. Timeout, Knicks.
It's an excellent call.
Bang!
You'd never know he was biased and corrupt there. You just wouldn't know it. You would think that he was. Mike, welcome to the program. I'm sorry for the accusation. It is nice to see you. Where does that rank in terms of most guttural bangs from you in the history of bangs?
Why would you do this to me this early in the morning? I turned on the Zoom call, and the first phrase I hear is guttural bang from you.
I mean, listen to it. You can. What happened? Why are you covering your ears? Are you like Gene Hackman couldn't watch himself act? He wouldn't watch his own movies. You can't listen to yourself call a game?
No, you get sick of hearing the screaming fool. So I've heard it already. What's the particular question, Dan? And it's nice to see you, by the way.
Where does that rank in terms of your best when it comes to really going and summoning what the moment means and reaching it with, volume and grace?
I try. I don't really rank them, but anytime one is makes a difference in a playoff game, especially that particular game, I think is up high. And what made that game so amazing, I actually felt the entire second half. You know, at the end of a great playoff game, the last 2 minutes, it's one of the most magical things in sports. A close playoff game in the last 2 minutes. That game felt like the entire second half was played under those circumstances. So for then Brunson to go hit that big shot in a game that he had struggled, and then for Nembhard to come down, and the most unlikeliest guy in a possession that was about to fall apart. It's the surprise of the moment. Those are the ones to me that, it's my love of the game fan reaction to see something like that happen in such an important game. Because if he doesn't hit that, the series is probably over. They're down 3-0. But this young man who had just missed 2 wide open ones, so many things come into play to have that, as you call it, guttural bang.
You are someone, this is a rare space that you occupy, in that I very rarely see you criticized as one of the lead play-by-play men for being biased, for picking a side. You're very clearly a fan of basketball, but you're also a fan of the Knicks and have been for a long time. So how in that moment do you actually feel, and how are you able to convey something that feels like objectivity, where you just love basketball and not that your team is getting broken? Because you have relationships on that team. You have people you care about in that organization.
Right. There's no question. And I try my very best when I put the headset on. And there's so many things that are going on that you have to do your job, not just for you, but for your partners, for everybody in the truck, to do a professional job. So you just have to, and I've done it over the years. I haven't done it a lot in recent years because the Knicks haven't been in these kind of big playoff positions in recent years. But it's just it's a matter of concentration, making sure you give that particular play the proper call that it deserves. For that young man to hit a shot like that under those circumstances, you want to make sure that you do that justice. And that's what I try to do on something like that. That one was just because it was so unexpected, just came flying out. I'm sure there are Knicks fans who are annoyed with me for having such a big, excited call for an opponent to beat them in a playoff game. But that's what the job entails, and you hope everybody understands. But Dan, as you know, we all go through this. Every announcer goes through this, especially in the postseason when fans' emotions are high, and they should be high, and they should be fired up for their team, that they always think that you're rooting for the other team. It happens every single postseason. This one is just a little different because I'm the regular season announcer for the Knicks.
I think Knicks fans forgive you, Mike. I'm a big fan. I've listened to probably every game you've called this year. My boyfriend's a huge fan of yours and of the Knicks. Could you talk him off the ledge right now? Like, what is your message to Knicks fans after these last two games?
Stugotz, you're not going to believe this. Stugotz, after they lost Game 3, Stugotz, who's a Knicks fan, up 2-1, says it's over. The Pacers are going to win. I've never seen that kind of defeat from a fan.
Well, as Mike said, the Knicks should have won that Game 3. They didn't. They got blown out predictably in Game 4. And, Mike, I fear that the season is now over. I do.
Well, there's still of the next 3 games, possible 3 games, 2 of them are in an arena right now that is lifting their team up to heights every time they play, as did the Pacer fans do for the Pacers this past weekend. But it's a legitimate question because, listen, they had nothing yesterday. The first punch comes, they were always able to come back. They didn't have enough to come back. You could tell that they had nothing. They were gassed. The question is that just a one-game thing, or are they really to the breaking point in terms of physical exhaustion? Because what they've done, not just in the playoffs, but the second half of the regular season, so many minutes, so much extra responsibility, so many games where they laid it out on the line. I can't remember ever a Knicks team that at the end of games looked so totally exhausted. It's been inspiring to watch how they've done it, but the question is, have they hit their limit? And we'll find out obviously tomorrow night. OG Anunoby loss really hurts. I don't think he's close to returning, certainly not in the next couple of games. That could change, who knows? But tomorrow night is going to be fascinating to find out if they have anything left in them, or have they really put it all out there to the point where they can't fight back against a really good and deeper team right now.
We have some video here to show you that is hard to explain. We have a theory around here. Perhaps you have one as well. Here is the video of Clyde Frazier eating French fries in a way none of us have seen French fries eaten before. He is eating them not with his fingers in a cup of French fries, but just eating from the rim of the cup of French fries. We think we know why this is. Do you know why this is?
All right, here's a guess, is that he doesn't want to get the grease from the French fries on his fingers and have any possibility of touch that magical suit that he looked so wonderful in yesterday. So that's my guess. I'm surprised he did eat. I'm surprised he had the French fries out in public like that, because he's very careful about maintaining this aura that he eats nothing but healthy stuff. I've watched him for years have Snickers bars underneath the table and eating them. So it's a false narrative.
Okay, so he's hiding his bad eating, and that was our theory, that he just doesn't want to get his fingers on the clothes at all, because that wardrobe is unlike anything in the history of the sport.
No, he's impeccably dressed, and he doesn't want anything to touch that would damage that look, because he looked marvelous yesterday.
I would like to play for you just a couple of your bangs, and I want I want you to see if I want to just see if you can identify the bang. I think just let's not give him any context. Let's just give him the.
He'll know the game, the day, the time of the bang.
There's going to be some slight context here, but you're not going to hear any player's name. It's just going to be an isolated bang, and you have to guess which call it was.
We've only got 2 of them for you here, and it was before we tried to do this before we knew you were uncomfortable with it, and now we're just being stubborn about it and not caring about your feelings. So let's play the first one.
Way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from...
Oh, that's an easy one. That's Curry in Oklahoma City.
Taken by Iguodala. They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
The rare double bang. There have only been 6 of those ever, I think, in the history of...
Do I win a prize for guessing it
Man,
right?
he's flexing on us. Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, well, that one was easy. All of a sudden, he likes the game.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's less he's less uncomfortable than he was before. Let's play the other one for him.
His three-pointer. Bang!
Oh, come on!
He knows that.
Come on! How did we not do better than that?
It's Ray Allen.
Yes, of course it's Ray
obviously.
Allen.
James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound, Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
You were looking for a bang like on a Tuesday night, Cavs and Wizards, right?
Yes, well,
not that
think
Mike's calling that game.
It's bad executive producing from Chris Cody, who was sent 8 of these and picked the 2 we all know.
All right, here we go. Here's another one.
Bang!
There you go. You guys want to play the game? There it is.
When, Mike?
My head.
There you go. Now we're playing it your guys' way. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh my goodness, I have no idea.
That's also the Curry one again.
Downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from downtown.
Chris wins.
Stugotz has a top 5 list for you of the trademark calls throughout broadcasting. Do you have any OLIs, or is it just a top 5?
I have 6 OLIs, yes.
Oh, 6 of them.
Yes,
All right.
or 7 maybe. I don't
6
know.
outside looking in, 7 if Stugotz is bad at math. Let's go.
OLI number 1, bang.
Oh, really? It's not a top 5. Okay.
Yep.
Not a top 5. Insulting to our guests.
You literally could have done a top 10 with one OLI.
I could have done that. I didn't. It's a top 5.
Keep going.
Lee Corso's Not So Fast, My Friend.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Harry Carries.
Oh, holy cow.
Keith Jackson. Oh, Nelly.
Good timing, Chris.
Thank you. Booyah, Stuart Scott. As cool as the other side of the pillow, Stuart Scott. Dave Johnson, down the stretch they come.
You got 5 better than those.
I have one more OLI. Jim Nance. Hello, friends. Number 5. Hand down, man down.
Really?
It's a great call. I mean, Mike will tell you, great call, right, Mike? Trademark call.
He's just staring at us quietly, stoically. And he said it's great because he's a good teammate. Number 4.
Mama, there goes that man.
Wow, 2 of them for Mark Jackson.
Yep.
2 of them. Number 3.
Christopher Mad Dog Russo. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today?
Is that a trademark call?
Oh, it is.
Absolutely.
Is it?
Intro.
Yep.
It's just him. Okay.
It's my list.
Number 2.
That was, if you're in New York, you waited every afternoon to hear that when they came on the air.
Yep.
When
Thank
they
you.
rule the airways, those 2.
Thank you, Mike. WFAT. Number 2, Bang Bang.
Oh, congratulations, Mike. Number 2 on the list. You got 1 better than that.
I do. Kevin Harlan, right between the eyes.
How do you feel about that list, Mike?
I love the list. I love Kevin being on the list. Where's Marv's yes?
Oh
my
wow.
God.
It's my list. Make your own.
Oh,
I
my
mean,
God.
Jeez.
Where is Marv's yes? Were you
a great
jealous
point.
yesterday when Murray and Harlan had a face-off on the single greatest shot I've ever seen by degree of difficulty in the sport? Were you jealous that Harlan and Murray had that moment together and that you were not in it?
Not at all. Kevin's one of my best friends in the business. I love Kevin. His passion is amazing. And Murray, interestingly, is a huge, he's a fan of our medium and a fan of calls. Like he grew up listening to Marv. And there was a game in the finals last year where he hit a shot and he turned to the table and he yelled bang to us at the table. So he watches and listens, so he's into it, and I thought that was a great moment for him and for Kev.
How often, give me a number of times a player has shouted bang at you.
Oh, not that much. Not as much. Not as much as you think. I can't believe this is what we're talking about this morning.
Do you like the meme that has your face on it that says, "I'm about to say bang, so MF loud"?
Well, I get my kids tease me all the time about stuff like that. So it's what I like is what happens a lot at arenas, especially at the Garden, is they'll come up with their cell phones recording the younger generation, and they'll stick the cell phone in your face and say bang for me, say bang, say. That's all they want me to do is yell bang. They don't want a picture. They don't want anything else. They just want me to yell bang into their phone.
They're not even ambitious enough to ask for a double bang? That's terrible.
No, that hasn't started. That hasn't started yet.
You seem sad by this, by the way.
I mean, another convincing argument on the idea of just banishing young people from interacting with anybody. Thank you, Mike. Good talking to you.